The bar for software engineers has never been higher. New AI tools, new workflows, faster release cycles. It's impossible to keep up, and I've ignored most of the hype. I'm a vibe coding skeptic and definitely not the person who jumps on the latest hot new AI coding tool. That being said, I also know that learning how to leverage these AI coding tools and prompt engineering so that you can maximize your impact is one of the highest yield skills that you can gain in this current market. Not only can it help you move a lot faster, so many tech companies these days even mandate AI usage and consider it a core job competency. But there are so many tools out there, and after experimenting with a bunch over the last couple of years, there's one coding assistant out there that's head and shoulders above others when it comes to coding, and that's Claude Code with Opus 4.5. Every day I get emailed about a new AI coding tool, and I usually ignore it because most of them are just distractions. This is the only one that handles ambiguity and trade-offs the way that you'd expect an experienced engineer would, and it actually feels like I'm pair programming with someone. This is why I was so excited when Anthropic reached out to me, because I am a genuine fan of Claude Code, and I really believe that it can give you an unfair advantage if you can leverage it responsibly. Today I want to put it to the test and show you guys what it's capable of by trying to build an app that I'm actually going to use. I'll also share with you some strategies and mindsets that will let you maximize the value you get out of these AI coding tools. This video is sponsored by Anthropic. I wish I could show you Claude Code finding the root cause of a complex bug in my monorepo at work. Unfortunately, since I can't showcase private work information, I'm gonna have to do the next best thing. Get it to build a realistic app that I actually need. As a powerlifter, I train with kilogram plates since international standards and competition programs are all in kilos. Sometimes, unfortunately, I do find myself in a gym where the weights are in pounds. When I'm locked in, the last thing I wanna do is try to figure out in my head how to load 107.5 kilos using only pound plates. The apps that exist right now aren't super intuitive, or they're not correct. So I want to build an app that, one, allows you to enter a weight in either kilos or pounds, it converts it to the other unit, and shows you visually how to load that weight onto the barbell. Two, it follows conventional loading standards, so the heavier plates should be on the inside and the lighter plates should be on the outside. And three, the UI should look like the mockup provided. So first, we're going to enter this prompt into Gemini and see what it gives us, and then we're going to do the same with Claude so that we can compare the two. While Claude Code is really good at inferring meaning from ambiguity, it's still a really good idea to be as specific as possible, provide relevant context, and minimize filler words. Now, I'm not going to read this entire thing out loud because it is quite long, but this is going to be the prompt that I'm going to use and I'm going to give to Gemini and Claude Code to build my plate calculator app. All right, so I'm going to be using the Gemini command line interface tool, and I'm going to paste in my prompt. And I'm also going to give Gemini the mockup that I just showed you earlier. So let's give it a shot. All right, finally, Gemini says it's done. So let's start the server and see what we get. So after testing it for a bit, I would say that with a really long prompt and for a first attempt, Gemini did okay. The core logic does work. If I enter a weight in here and click calculate, it shows the right number of plates on this barbell display. So I infer that I wanted the barbell to reflect how we would realistically load the bar, with the heavier plates on the inside going to the lighter, smaller plates on the outside. And also labels the plates correctly down here, which I didn't quite ask for, but I guess it's kind of cool. So in terms of where I think it could have done better, I do wish that it intuitively knew that you can't enter a weight less than 0 so that it would do some validation, but it didn't do that. It actually doesn't have any of the colors that I had in my mockup. It doesn't look anything like the mockup that I provided. And finally, if I select kilograms as the unit and click calculate, nothing shows up on the barbell display. Compared to other AI models, Opus 4.5 scores the highest in the software engineer verified benchmark at 80.9%. What this means is that when given real-world issues pulled from GitHub, Opus was able to solve 8 out of 10 issues, which is crazy good and honestly a little scary. These aren't just toy projects, they're actual bugs and features from popular open source libraries. All right, now let's try the same prompt with Claude Code. You can use Claude Code basically anywhere, in your terminal, your favorite IDE, or even in the browser. So personally, I do like their terminal integration for rapid prototyping, but sometimes if I'm doing a lot of reading or investigative work, I really like their VS Code extension simply because the visual feedback and the linking makes it really easy to navigate and read. So just like with Gemini, we're going to start off with an empty React boilerplate. And let's paste in the same prompt. And then we're also going to provide Claude Code with the exact same mockup. All right, now Claude's done too, so let's take a look at how Claude did. So upon first impression, it definitely looks a lot closer to the mockup that I provided compared to Gemini. I'm really impressed. Even with such a long prompt and not so specific instructions, it did manage to get the core logic correct, and it does what I intended for it to do. And it also managed to find the correct standard colors for the kilogram plates without me having to explicitly define them. So it probably went on the web and found what the standard colors are for these plates. And unlike the previous version of our app, this one actually displays the correct weight on the barbell for both pounds and kilos. The logic seems to be on point. There is a small issue here. If you see on the left-hand side of the barbell, the plates are stacked in the reverse direction that they should be. So the heavier plates are on the outside right now, whereas they should be on the inside the way it is on the right-hand side of the barbell. What surprised me is how well Claude Code works with images as input. So I'm going to ask Claude to fix this issue, and I'll provide a screenshot of the bug for more context. All right, so that seems to have fixed it. Now both sides of the barbell have the plates stacked in the right order. So the UI right now doesn't quite look as good as my mockup, so I'm just gonna send Claude a snapshot of what it currently looks like and ask him to iterate on it so that it looks a little bit closer to what I've provided. Another tip I want to mention that if you see Claude going down the wrong path, just hit escape and start over again so that you avoid wasting more tokens. I think it looks a little bit better now. You've got the orange accent here on the total display, and the calculate button now matches the width of the two input boxes. Okay, now let's see if Claude Code can help us create a PR on GitHub. All right, let's take a look. So it's generated a PR for me, and honestly, the pull request notes are far better than the ones I typically write. Claude Code has genuinely 10x my productivity, and not just because it's generated code for me. In fact, I would say that writing code is rarely the bottleneck. It also allows me to onboard within days, not weeks, by giving me a high-level overview of the architecture, and I don't have to bother a bunch of other engineers on my team. When working in production code bases, what typically takes up so much of your time isn't so much the coding part, but it's gathering context and examples. So rather than search through a bunch of GitHub PRs, I can even just ask Claude Code, for example, show me where the input validation was added, and it'll find it for me so I can see how someone else has implemented something before. There will come a time where you might want to get Claude Code to help you think through some complex optimization problem or architecture design. For example, right now it looks like all of the logic is sitting in this big app.jsx file. So what I want to do is refactor this so that we split this into multiple small modular components. First, activate plan mode by hitting Shift Tab. Second, you can also get Claude to allocate more tokens to a problem by activating extended thinking. All you need to do is just use the keywords think hard, think harder, or ultra think in your prompt in order to activate extended thinking. With each increasing step, Claude Code is going to allocate more tokens to this task. So this is my prompt. Refactor app.jsx into smaller modular components. Extract UI elements into source components. Preserve all existing functionality. Think hard about separation of concerns. And I'm in plan mode, so let's see what Claude can come up with. And while that's running in the background, I can obviously do other things like continue testing my app and see if I run into any other bugs. After asking a few clarifying questions, Claude Code generated a really detailed plan, and it looks pretty good, so I am going to proceed and we'll see what we end up with. Claude Code just gets what I'm trying to do. Several of the features I had in my original prompt, I genuinely thought might have been too vague, but Claude was able to intuit what I was trying to say. For example, I didn't explicitly define what color the kilogram plates had to be, and it was able to go online and find the standard color for the powerlifting plates and apply it to the application. The longer I worked with these AI tools, the more addictive they became. No more painstakingly investigating the z-index of an element. What used to take me days to implement, I could now just do with one prompt. But then I hit a wall. There will be times where you run into a very niche or domain-specific issue, and you're gonna have to dive into the code in order to implement the fix. If you've just been blindly accepting all changes without understanding every line of code, you're gonna be overwhelmed if and when something goes wrong. The best engineers that I know deeply understand the system they're working on, and they know where to draw the line when it comes to AI. They know that adding a button to a shared component could introduce issues in other areas of the code. Rather than just asking AI to add a button, they're gonna ask AI where the shared dependencies are, possible uncovered edge cases, and ask for layouts that use the same structure. Learning to ask the right questions comes from really understanding the system, not from outsourcing your thinking to AI. For those of you that can responsibly leverage this tool, I think it opens up a world of possibilities. If you're a founder, it can let you spin up MVPs in a couple hours to test market demand. It can build tools that you previously didn't have time to, just like I did. In fact, I think I'm gonna actually deploy this on Vercel. I'll even get Claude Code to help me do that, and I'm gonna leave a link to this app and the GitHub repo in the description below. Let me know what other features you guys think I should add to this and what you think of Claude Code so far. I don't say this often, but I really do think it's a game changer, so please check out the link to the Claude Code Max plan in the description below. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.